Have you ever heard the piercing cries of wild boars ravaging the fields in the dead of night? An invisible threat is destroying the crops, but brave hunting dogs have become their worst nightmare. What's the secret behind this fierce battle? Let's join Lionfarm and uncover it now. Each year, from the western forests, around 20 to 30 aggressive wild boars charge down into the cornfields, striking right at harvest season. Over the past 3 years, local farmers have repeatedly suffered sharp declines in both yield and quality due to these destructive animals. Locals recount frequently finding deep hoof prints, evidence of boars weighing hundreds of kilograms. These beasts trample ripe corn stalks, tearing into the ears with razor-sharp tusks, leaving crops ruined and unfit for production. Corn is the primary source of income for residents in the state of Florida. However, damages to corn exports caused by wild boars are estimated to cost up to $1,500,000, 0 cents each year. Even more alarming, there have been terrifying incidents where gunfire wounded a boar, sending it into a frenzy, charging at hunters and knocking them to the ground. In response, the state of Florida launched a large-scale hunting campaign, strongly supported by professional hunting dog teams. Thanks to the seamless coordination between hunters and dogs, wild boar numbers have dropped by 40% annually. The use of hunting dogs is strictly licensed to ensure that hunts are both legal and safe. These licenses are typically issued in July, the peak of the wild boar breeding season. Deep in the dense forest, thrilling chases unfold between packs of dogs and massive wild boars. Under the guidance of seasoned hunters, the swift dogs track scents with precision, leading directly to the animals' hiding spots. Despite their familiarity with the terrain, wild boars cannot outwit the dogs' incredibly sharp sense of smell. With exceptional sniffing ability, hunting dogs can detect the scent of boars from great distances and pinpoint their exact location. However, bad weather, especially strong winds, can disrupt scent trails, making the task more difficult. Nevertheless, with persistence and teamwork, the dogs excel in their mission. These dogs undergo rigorous training and possess outstanding physical endurance, enabling them to navigate treacherous terrains, from moss-covered cliffs and thick forests to rugged trails. They must complete at least 1 year of intense training before participating in hunts. If hunters use underqualified dogs, they may face accusations of animal abuse. Nighttime hunting requires extra caution. Hunters must wear protective gear to avoid scratches from branches, dress in bright colors for visibility, and always carry flashlights or lighting equipment to see the trail and keep track of team members. Strict adherence to firearm safety rules is paramount. Hunters must regularly inspect and clean their weapons to ensure reliable performance. Staying in communication with the team and having a backup plan are essential for handling unexpected situations. The alertness and preparedness of every member determine the safety and success of the hunt. To resolve this issue, it's vital to promote understanding and cooperation among all parties. Strictly follow safety regulations and raise public awareness about the threat wild boars pose to agriculture and human life. Now let's move on to the most anticipated part of the video, our audience Q&A. One viewer asked, which animal causes the most damage to farmers in Africa? Lionfarm is here with the answer. One of the most devastating animals to farmers in Africa is the African elephant. Although it's a powerful symbol of the wild on the continent, elephants frequently destroy crops, especially in areas where forests border farmland. With their keen sense of smell, they easily locate fields of corn, rice, and fruit trees. They don't just eat, they trample and devastate entire fields overnight, causing severe losses for farmers. Many communities have resorted to building electric fences, using chili powder, bees, or simulated gunfire to drive elephants away without harming them, trying to balance livelihood and conservation. This highlights the complex relationship between humans and wildlife, one that requires sustainable solutions from both governments and local people. We hope today's video gave you better insight into how the Florida government is tackling the wild boar crisis. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends to support Lionfarm. See you next time. Hello everyone! Have you ever heard of a wild place where dense forests hide mysteries that have yet to be uncovered? Today, we set foot in Bastia, a rugged mountainous region on France's Corsica island, where wild boar hunting is not just a tradition, but also a battle to protect the harvest. Why do the people here have to face this animal? What secrets do hunters use to take them down in such treacherous terrain? Join Lionfarm on this thrilling journey. Wild boars on Corsica cause severe damage to the locals. They uproot grass around homes, destroy cornfields, and trample gardens and family farms. These actions not only ruin crops, but also disrupt daily life. As a result, hunters frequently organize hunts to reduce the wild boar population, protect farmlands, and maintain a stable livelihood. In the untamed hills, gunshots ring out, signaling the start of the hunt. The wild boars, driven by their strong survival instincts, panic and dash through the sparse forests. On rocky slopes where only scattered wild grass grows, hunters wait patiently. From the mountainside, a fully grown wild boar suddenly charges downward at high speed, its rippling muscles showcasing the raw power of this wild beast. The moment it enters the crosshairs, a bullet is fired with pinpoint accuracy, ending the hunt in an instant. This is not just a testament to sharpshooting skills, but also to the hunter's deep understanding of wild boar movement patterns, an essential factor in traditional hunting. The mountainous terrain in this area is highly complex, forcing hunters to choose positions with a clear vantage point to track the boars. With their quick movements and high alertness, wild boars are difficult to approach. Therefore, hunters must remain patient, ready to fire when the opportunity arises. At times, wild boars appear from a great distance, but with expert marksmanship, hunters can still take them down with precision. The hunting dogs play a crucial role, driving the boars into a state of panic, scattering them across the fields. However, their speed and sharp instincts make aiming a serious challenge. Despite this, hunting success continues to grow, making for an exhilarating experience. From strategic positions, one by one, the wild boars are taken down the moment they are hit. Their speed is so great that they collapse instantly. The barking of dogs blends with gunfire, signaling an intense hunt as the wild boars are relentlessly pursued into the night. The hunting team continues the chase until the sun begins to set behind the mountains. Even as darkness falls, they seize every last opportunity to claim their final trophies. From high vantage points, hunters persistently observe and take precise shots. Gunfire echoes across the vast mountains, sending the wild boars into a frenzy, cornered by seasoned hunters and their battle-hardened hunting dogs. The hunt lasted until sunset, with the number of wild boars taken down steadily increasing, bringing satisfaction to the entire team. After days of trekking through the forests and mountains of Cora, the hunters felt fulfilled by their achievements, experiencing the intensity and challenge of a true hunt. In the stillness of the night, the hunting team silently approached a familiar field, an area frequently invaded by massive wild boars. These creatures had become a nightly nightmare, relentlessly raiding and devastating crops without mercy. Despite previous hunts, the wild boar population continued to grow, causing severe damage to farms. This forced the hunters to return once more, armed with refined strategies and thorough preparations. In the darkness, they waited patiently, ready to face the challenges ahead, determined to protect the hard-earned labor of the farmers from the destruction of these wild beasts. The hunters focused their gaze, locking onto the largest boar, the one that reacted most aggressively to the sounds coming from the speaker. They remained patient, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Then, in an instant, as the boar paused for a brief moment, a single gunshot rang out, shattering any hope of escape. The massive boar collapsed to the ground, marking the first trophy of the night. But the hunt was far from over. The echoes of the shot carried through the night, luring other wild boars closer. Seizing this golden opportunity, the hunters quickly took aim and eliminated several more from advantageous positions. With skill and coordinated tactics, they methodically took down their targets. After the first attack left the herd in chaos, the hunters followed the edge of the forest, advancing deeper into the fields where the boars typically foraged and hid. Through thermal scopes, the silhouettes of the wild boars became vividly clear, their massive bodies and distinctive dark coats standing out against the pitch-black landscape. Moving cautiously, the hunters inched closer, ensuring the most precise shots possible. Suddenly, one of the wild boars seemed to sense the presence of humans. With no other choice, the hunter immediately pulled the trigger, taking down the crop destroyer on the spot. Even while foraging, the wild boars remained highly alert, staying close to the forest's edge, ready to retreat at the first sign of danger. The hunting team remained patient, setting up an ambush and waiting for the perfect opportunity to target the largest ones. Some tried to flee, but none could escape the carefully calculated aim of the hunters. The slower-moving ones were taken down instantly, while the more agile boars darted into the dense forest. However, even with thick brush as cover, they couldn't escape the precision of the thermal scopes. One after another, gunshots pierced the night, bringing down more targets and sealing the success of yet another intense and efficient hunt. Every encounter with a large herd of wild boars brought a surge of excitement. The hunters fired quickly, with little time for meticulous adjustments. But even a single missed shot was enough to send the herd into a frantic stampede. In just a few short moments, chaos erupted. And as the dust settled, the unmistakable signs of a successful hunt were scattered across the field. Thanks to thermal scopes, night hunting became more precise and effective than ever before. The wild boars appeared clearly in the hunter's sights, making it easier to identify and track targets. With just a well-placed lift of the rifle, the prey was swiftly taken down. Though the boars frantically scattered, they were unaware that every movement was being tracked and targeted with absolute precision. The hunt lasted longer than expected, but the continuous appearance of wild boars kept the hunters engaged, making them forget their exhaustion. However, as the night deepened, the gunfire gradually subsided. It was time to return home, carrying the hard-earned trophies, rewards for their persistence, skill, and flawless strategy. Next, we come to the most anticipated part of the video, the Q&A session, where viewers ask and Lionfarm responds. One viewer asks, which country has the wolf as its national symbol? Lionfarm is happy to answer your question. The wolf is a symbol in many nations and cultures worldwide, but it is most notably associated with Mongolia and ancient Rome. In Mongolia, the wolf is considered a sacred animal linked to the legend of the nation's origin. According to Mongolian mythology, their ancestors descended from a blue wolf and a doe. As a result, the wolf symbolizes strength, courage, resilience, and the warrior spirit of the Mongolian nomads. Meanwhile, in ancient Rome, the wolf is closely tied to the legend of Romulus and Remus, twin brothers who were raised by a she-wolf and later founded the city of Rome. Thus, the wolf not only represents Rome, but also embodies protection, wisdom, and the enduring power of the mighty Roman Empire. Additionally, countries like Canada, Serbia, and Turkey also regard the wolf as a symbol of strength, freedom, and indomitable spirit. We hope you enjoyed today's video, featuring an intense wild boar hunt in France. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to support Lionfarm. See you next time. Welcome to the creative and captivating introduction of our Lionfarm channel team. To start, we would like to introduce a passionate screenwriting talent, a young woman who never stops exploring and innovating in the field of agriculture. She is not only an exceptional scriptwriter with the ability to craft profound stories, but also a dedicated researcher of cutting-edge and sustainable technologies from around the world. For her, scriptwriting is not just a job, but a journey of passion, breathing life into every video we create. Next, we want to introduce the heart and soul of our channel, the channel owner and video editing expert. He is fully dedicated, overcoming every challenge to produce the highest quality videos for our audience. With a burning passion, He constantly drives the team to deliver unique and inspiring experiences to viewers. We hope that in the journey ahead, you will continue to love and support the Lion Farm channel. Sincerely, thank you.